Good morning, guys. Welcome back. So for the last couple days I've been cooking down this ham stock here, just some ham bones out of my freezer I needed to use up. And look at that color. Now I just did it in the crock pot this time. I didn't pull out the big roaster, but cold and flu season is upon us here at the house. Cody's sick, Michael's sick, but I want to get some soup canned up. This is what I do during fall and winter, is I start to replenish all our soups that we've gone through. And yeah, so today is ham and bean soup. I will let you know this is not a recommended recipe. I am not pre-soaking my beans. This is the way I've done it for years, and honestly it works out great every time. And yeah, this is just kind of how I do it. So if you don't feel comfortable doing that, follow the guidelines, and then I can it for bean time as well. Okay, so we're gonna finish making off the soup. Here's the stock, and I got a jar of my celery stock here, and I'm gonna use some of that today. Oop. And the smell, like, I'm gonna use half of it because that is potent stuff. Okay, and then on this plate I have carrots, onions, and celery, mirepoix of the soup industry. Okay, now I cooked this stock for 3 days. Yeah, 3 days. So here we go. So you can see I have onions in it. So this soup is basically just for me. Nobody else in my house likes it. Too bad for them. It's a good soup. Alright. And then in here I have garlic, and I have this is a real ginger root. Okay, because during those times of cold and flu, you need all the power you can get, And I'll tell you, last year I got so sick I ended up in the hospital, so that says something. Now here is what they call a Maggi seasoning. Yeah, right there. Okay, now this contains a lot of salt, so I just start out, and it's basically dehydrated vegetables. Okay, but it does no MSG in this. Okay, so I put 2 tablespoons of that in there, and I'm gonna put a whole lot of pepper in here because I love pepper. Probably 2 tablespoons of pepper, and then I'll put more in my bowl. But I love this soup for cold winter afternoons and when I'm sick. This and my homemade chicken noodle soup is my go-to. A tablespoon of turmeric, and a tablespoon of dehydrated parsley. And then I just kind of start with that base. Now I do have some ham here. I just add that to the jar when I add the beans. Doesn't that look good? Isn't that beautiful? Of course, the turmeric will change the color. I've even done this in like a curry base as well. I put like a couple tablespoons of curry in it a couple times. I do the same base and do chickpea soup. So all that stuff will be coming up for you. And for the celery stock, I'll leave a link in the description. Alrighty. So I just have this on like a low simmer. I got my canner ready. We're going to use the big old Presto today. Whatever soup that's not, that doesn't fit in the canner, I'm going to do beans on the side. So when I run this canner, my biggest canner, I try to use the whole thing. But I've been wanting to get these navy beans canned up forever. And then next is Great Northern beans. That's my next venture. Now you could add a can of black beans to this. You could add the Great Northern bean. But I kind of stick tried and true with the navy bean. And I got them all washed and stuff. And I'll show you guys all that when you guys come back. Alright guys, so I'm going to bring this up to a simmer. I'm going to get my jars washed, set up for canning. And I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, so I'm going to get my jars started here. I got them in my sink here. I got my canner on with vinegar. And do a couple here. Just going to get a couple out at a time. Now, so what I do is I do 1/4 of a cup of washed beans. Okay. Now, like I said, if this makes you uncomfortable, then don't do it. Okay. Then I take a slotted spoon. I mix everything around. I have in the past done like a little bit of onion and a little bit of vegetables and whatever and not put them in the stock, but I find they just taste better if you do it this way. Okay. So that's just my preference. I make sure that, you know, there's a little bit of something in every one. A little bit of ham. Okay. And then I'm going to take, because you're going to get a few more vegetables. Oh, and I tasted the stock and I thought it needed a little more smoky flavor, so I put a tablespoon of paprika in there. 1-inch headspace. And then the leftover beans, like I said, I'm just going to can those in water. If I have a little bit of stock left, which I'm sure I won't, but if I happen to, I'll can as many as I can with that stock as well. Okay. And then, there's my debubbler. And then just I debubble really well. Make sure I get all those air pockets out. Check my headspace. Move that for you. Oh. Sorry guys, thought the Amazon delivery guy was here. Alright, now you can put potatoes in this, you could do anything, really. And then when I heat this up, I put like a little touch of cream in it. So good. Wipe those rims really, really well. Okay. The lid. That one doesn't want to be used today. Okay. Fingertip tight. And there we go. Into my canner. So excited. Okay. That one's going in. I always double check my headspace before I put the jar in. Two more jars. A little bit of beans. Ooh, spill beans all over my counter. All right. A little bit of vegetables. My dad and I used to eat this stuff by the ton. We loved it. That's enough. And then I'm going to get some ham in there. because the ham will shred as it pressure cans, right? So I don't want a ton in the jar. And fill that up. So pretty. And over in this one, there we go. Debubble really well. And a very inexpensive soup, you know. Mrs. Wolfie is doing that home economics thing. I'm really enjoying that. But if you break it down, I mean, the beans cost me, I think they were on sale for $1 at the grocery store. And I just got a bag because, like I said, I'm the only one that eats beans, really. And for me to buy bulk beans is just ridiculous because, well, they'll stay here for 100 years. So I just go to the grocery store and buy them when they're on sale. To me, that just makes sense. Fingertip tight, guys. Remember when I first started pressure canning, she was the first YouTube channel for me to come across. And there we go again. You know what? I don't know if I debubbled that. I'm going to do that again. Just to make sure. Safety first. And wipe that rim because I can't remember, so alright guys, and into the canner. Alright guys, I'm gonna fill all these up and then I'll show you what I get at the end. Alright guys, so here they are in the canner. I'm gonna get my canner on. Now these are not overly hot, so I'm not gonna get this going really like super hot. I'm going to go really slow with it. I have a ton of apples here to slice, so I got lots of time today. So it's 75 minutes for the 500 milliliters, and then for the liter it's 90 minutes. But like I said, absolutely you can do whatever you want. If you want to do a liter, you do a liter. It's just a liter is too much for just me. And then I just got some basic beans here for like for whatever I want to use them for, soup or whatever. So yeah, so 9 soup and the rest are just beans. Some of the beans even have some vegetables left over. I just threw them in there. But what the heck, I'm not wasting it. So I'm gonna get this going and I'll bring you back when I pull them out of the canner. Okay guys, so we're gonna pull out these jars. These are just the beans. Here, those are the beans with the veggies. We'll get to the soup on the bottom. They look good. They're popping. That's a good sign. Water's clear. And there's the soup. All right, guys. Everything looks good. I just gotta pop these ones over here, guys. All right, so that's how I can ham and bean soup, and just some beans, plain and simple. And my water is clear as clear. I got no siphoning. Alright guys, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys super soon. Bye.